A few weeks ago, the White House announced a pause on new permits for liquefied natural gas export terminals. They said the Department of Energy needed time to assess the overall climate impact of exporting natural gas. Of course, we could do that assessment and continue issuing approvals. As one critic in Congress said, we can walk and chew gum at the same time, or at least we should be able to. But of course, it's really about getting left-wing Democrats excited about re-electing a guy who, if he wins, will be 86 when he leaves office, assuming he makes it that far. There's not much there to make anyone enthusiastic. At the same time that the US is injecting uncertainty into our future supply of LNG, coal exports hit a record. The climate extremists who get so worked up over sending natural gas abroad should be outraged about the coal trade, but they don't give it much thought. India's purchases of US coal quadrupled last year. Coal generates twice the greenhouse gas emissions as natural gas. Here in America, we've reduced our emissions mostly by switching from coal to gas for power generation. Increased use of renewables has played a less significant role. China burns over half the world's coal, but India is the fastest growing consumer. Last year, Pakistan announced they'd be increasing their coal-fired power generation fourfold because LNG prices are high. Natural gas in America is the cheapest in the world at under $2 per million BTUs. It's $8 in Europe and $9 or more in Asia. We want Asian countries to use more natural gas because then they'll use less coal. This is obvious to anyone who spends any time researching the issue. Pakistan didn't respond to high LNG prices by deciding to build more windmills. They turned to cheap, convenient, accessible coal. This is why US climate policy should promote exporting more natural gas and cutting back on coal exports. There's a lot of sloppy thinking when it comes to coal. Green Tech Lead credited electric vehicle sales led by China with reducing fossil fuel emissions. But the dominant source of power generation in China is coal. There's not much point to EVs if they run on coal. And if you only count the gasoline they didn't use but exclude the coal they did use, that's called fuzzy math. Or to say it another way, if China's doing such a great job on emissions, how come they rose by another 4% last year? The US doesn't have a thoughtful policy on energy exports as it relates to climate change. An old man is trying to get some youngsters pumped up to keep him in office. This is because his left-wing immigration policies have let way too many illegal immigrants in and have let thousands of asylum seekers out into the community. So he's having to pivot, and he needs another issue to energize his base. It's democratic, but it's not what America needs. If you're interested in learning more about the energy sector and interest rates, then don't forget to subscribe and follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter. Our handles are in the description box below. To find out more about what we're thinking, you can sign up for our twice-weekly blog at sl-advisors.com. We always love to hear from you. So if you have any comments or blog ideas, please leave them down below. I'm Simon Lack. Thank you for watching this video.